Number 52. Mafia 2. We are starting out this list with one of the best Mafia games. Everyone knows how impactful the open world is. You can say it's another GTA or Sleeping Dogs game. The storyline and the free roam are two of my favorite plus points from this game. Now, if you plan on getting into this series, then I recommend starting out with the first part.
Hey, what's with the gun?
I only mention Mafia 2 because it's the best one from the series in my opinion. The game's very story-driven and shares similarities with the classic Godfather and Goodfellas. Mafia 2 contains a glamorous opening sequence filled with nostalgia. Absolutely a must-play choice from the series. Number 51. Legend of Zelda. I have talked about Legend of Zelda several times on this channel. The game is a gem for exploration-loving open-world fans. You may choose to go with Tears of Kingdom or any other Zelda games depending on what you like, but in this video, I'm only talking about the newest releases. There's a lot to do in the Legend of Zelda games, so you are not going to feel bored or see repetitive content. The graphics are beautiful and it has a unique art style unlike the usual hyper-realistic 8K stuff. Nevertheless, you only need to spend a few hours before you become a fan of the series and starts to love the open world. Number 50. Marvel's Spider-Man. I know that some of you guys may prefer Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2, but in my opinion, the first installment takes the cake. You can easily spend 50 hours without getting bored and just roaming around the city. The web swinging feels super satisfying. It's just my opinion, but no matter how many Spider-Man games Insomniac makes, nothing will beat the feeling of 2018's release. Marvel's Spider-Man is a go to choose for anyone who just wants to start up their PlayStation and play the game after a long day at work.
The police will take it from here.
Number 49. Mad Max. I'm sure everyone knows about Mad Max franchise. The movies are pure gems. Sadly, this 2015 game is the closest we can get to experience the thrilling world of Mad Max. The post-apocalyptic world of the game explores the original depth of the series brilliantly. There's a decent amount of hand-to-hand combat, crashing cars, and ground battles. The game takes place during the end of times and give the players an opportunity to explore an insanely big map.
Chumbucket, come here!
Just like in the movies, there are a lot of weird and funny characters, and the game also follows the canon story events. You will see dismembered corpses wherever you go, which explains the brutality of game. The best highlights of Mad Max are the open world and driving. I personally like the upgrade system as well. Number 48. Just Cause 3. Just Cause is a series that is highly underrated. To this day, not many players have heard about this franchise, and even if they have heard about it, it's much less that they actually played the game. The whole point of Just Cause games is to cause chaos. Yes, this is it. You as a main character in these games are a symbol of walking mayhem, capable of destroying anything that comes in your way. The weapons are modernized, such as all types of guns, grenades, rocket launcher, missiles, and more. You also see multiple features in every new Just Cause game. For example, in the third installment, you have an option to choose a wingsuit, which you don't have in the first two parts. I can tell that this series deserves a lot of appreciation. Number 47. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The rarest gem of Assassin's Creed. Black Flag is counted among the top 5 Assassin's Creed games of all time. The game combines both pirates and assassins theme perfectly. I think this will be a great time to go back and enjoy the ocean once again. There are so many good things in this game, but my favorite will always be the pirate theme and exploration.
On your mark, Captain. Avoid her ramp.
Black Flag introduced several cool features such as ship combat, settlement upgrades, diving into the ocean, and all-out exploring the open world. The moment you step onto your boat and start sailing across the ocean, you will instantly fall in love with the game. Now, despite being a lengthy game with a lot of content and vast open world mostly filled with ocean, Black Flag still lets the player being occupied with hunting rare animals and even different species of sharks. Number 46. Days Gone. Days Gone is one of the best zombie game ever. One of the things that I'd like to point out is that there is never a boring moment in this game. I mean, despite being a long game, you will still feel that the game is engaging and will never give you the feeling of quitting. The story of Days Gone is quite satisfying as it blends the main character finding his wife and the truth of zombie virus. There are also a few romantic and touching scenes as the main character remembers their happiest moments throughout the journey. Days Gone is perhaps the best open-world zombie game. You will feel an absolute beast while playing this game simply because of your bike. Number 45. Bully.
Somebody wants to be handicapped. Come on, pants, get out of my face. Oh, come on, I never...
The amount of fun you can have in this game is mind-blowing. The whole point of the game is to prank others, attend classes, mess with other students, and in the end rule the whole school. This open-world game gives you complete freedom to roam around the entire city. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but with no violence and guns. We have talked about Bully several times on this channel. The game always gets a mention in video topics such as best hidden gems, underrated games, old open-world games, and more. There are only 2 things that you need to know before you become fully convinced that you want to play this game. And the first thing is that Bully is made by Rockstar. The second is a completely new, distinct open-world setting. Honestly, Rockstar made a true gem that never gotten enough appreciation. Number 44. Minecraft. Minecraft can also be considered as the beginning of gaming YouTubers. A game where you can literally create anything is bound to be a huge hit. Share your favorite childhood Minecraft memories in the comments below. One of the best things about Minecraft is that it's a multiplayer survival game. This game is so easy to play, even a 6 to 7-year-old would love this game. Not all multiplayer games have to revolve around FPS shooting, that's why it's sold like hotcakes. The map size of this game deserves appreciation as it lets the players create their own virtual space. Number 43. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is one of the most graphically impressive games of recent times. Personally, I have spent countless hours just roaming around in Night City and staring at the amazing visuals.
No fucking way, it's my time!
Cyberpunk is a great game with a lot of side content, customization, and the main story is pretty long too. You will definitely enjoy it if you are a fan of big open worlds. Number 42. Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 is the largest RPG of 2024, and as a big admirer of the series, I can confidently say it's a must-play for every RPG fan. I played the original last year and realized what a gem I had missed. The latest sequel offers an even more interesting story and improves on nearly every aspect. If you played the original years ago, you'll feel a wave of nostalgia, but you'll also notice the remastered content. The expansive world allows for extensive exploration, and I appreciate that more players are discovering how amazing this game is. While it has its downsides, the exploration and enemies make it a standout RPG. Number 41. Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 may not have the largest map compared to other games on this list, but it excels in immersing players with its stunning graphics, visuals, and engaging storyline. You can freely explore, dive into side quests, or slay monsters at your own pace. While some fans might argue that Final Fantasy 14 deserves this spot due to its extensive content, Final Fantasy 15 stands out for me because of Noctis and the incredible artwork. When you consider spending hours in a game, the combination of soundtracks, graphics, and a never-ending list of tasks makes for a perfect experience, and Final Fantasy 15 nails it.
I think we can forget about hitching our way there. Thought people were friendly outside.
Number 40. Genshin Impact.
Windblade! Yeah!
Genshin Impact is the game that shattered all records, becoming one of the most accessible RPGs of all time. The developers brilliantly made it available on mobile, which significantly boosted its sales and popularity. There's no need for a detailed description since almost everyone knows about it.
You got from the Statue of the Seven.
The open world of Genshin Impact is breathtakingly beautiful, and many players have spent hundreds of hours exploring it. The storyline and combat are truly deserving of praise. Number 39. Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus is an absolute delight for fans of post-apocalyptic games. Set in a devastated Russia, players will navigate through crumbling buildings, constantly seeking shelter.
Hey, come in!
The level of detail in the game's models and environments is astounding, making the world feel truly ravaged. If you're looking for a graphically stunning post-apocalyptic experience, Metro Exodus is a prime choice. Number 38. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yakuza Like a Dragon stands out in the popular Yakuza series for its combat, characters, and variety of side activities. While many are familiar with Yakuza Kiwami, this latest installment brings fresh elements that don't require you to have played previous titles. Everything in this game is brand new, which might disappoint some fans who missed the original characters.
Check this out! Hi, Tsushima!
However, the introduction of turn-based combat, a fantastic story, and numerous side activities like fight towers, mini-games, karaoke, and sub-stories make the experience thoroughly enjoyable. You'll never be bored with so many things to do beyond the main story.
Are you gonna do what it...
Fuck that! I'm done sinking money into that bottle.
Fine. I'll buy it back from you. But for...
Number 37. Hogwarts Legacy. Every Harry Potter fan needs to play this game. While we've had numerous Harry Potter games over the years, none compare to the level of Hogwarts Legacy. It's a majestic game centered around Hogwarts, offering an immersive experience like no other. I had a blast playing it and interacting with the NPCs.
Tell us.
Who's there?
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
The open world is rich with details and diverse landscapes, encouraging you to explore every corner as missions take you to various places. Plus, the game gives you a flying creature reminiscent of those in the movies. Hogwarts Legacy is the ultimate game for every Harry Potter fan and is definitely a prime choice to play. Number 36, Ghostwire Tokyo. Ghostwire Tokyo is a unique take on open-world games. In this game, you wield a variety of magical powers to defeat yokai creatures, and the first-person perspective perfectly suits the gameplay. The storyline is well-written and enhances the open-world experience as you run around Japan, eliminating these supernatural creatures. The action combat is one of my favorite features, making Ghostwire a standout game worth playing.
Spirits are getting dragged off.
We gotta help.
Number 35, Okami. I bet not many of you know about this game, but if you do, then mad respect for you. Okami is one of the finest PlayStation 2 games of all time, featuring breathtaking art design. This game is the epitome of story and art style, set in a traditional Japanese environment with a unique brush technique. Unfortunately, it lost its limelight due to its release timing amidst other famous games. While the visuals may not compare to modern fantasy games, if you can look past that, you'll appreciate this underrated gem. Trust me, you'll thank me for recommending Okami. Number 34, Greedfall. Good news for fans, as we're also getting a sequel to Greedfall, and it looks poised to deliver an even more immersive experience. While the original game is often underrated, its unique charm is sure to gain more recognition with the upcoming release. Greedfall doesn't offer a vast array of activities, focusing instead on interacting with NPCs and completing missions. The game has a historical open world filled with monsters, where you play as a pirate-like character. It reminds me a bit of AC Liberations. Even though some players left because they wanted more variety and fun in the open world, Greedfall is still a great game. If you haven't played it yet, now's the perfect time to dive in before the sequel drops. Number 33, Vampyr. Vampyr is truly one of a kind. It's hard to find another vampire game that captures the same appeal. I decided to play this game purely because of its intriguing name and thumbnail, and it did not disappoint. Vampyr tells the story of a doctor who gains superpowers and faces the dilemma of saving humanity with good decisions or satisfying his own bloodthirst. Set in a dark, post-Spanish flu epidemic London, the game combines the struggle of managing newfound powers while battling other creatures. Vampyr excels in blending gameplay, graphics, storyline, soundtracks, and missions to provide a thoroughly immersive experience. If you're looking for a unique vampire game, this is it.
There's been a fight here.
Number 32, Batman Arkham Knight. I still remember trying to run Batman Arkham Knight on my old laptop and being shocked by the file size. Arkham City and Arkham Knight stand out as the best in the series, each marking a significant era for Batman games. Arkham Knight serves as a fitting conclusion to the iconic series. Beyond its cool story, the game boasts significant improvements in graphics and world design. The inclusion of the Batmobile was a dream come true for players like me. The story picks up after the events of Arkham City, with Gotham under the vengeful grip of Scarecrow, who aims to dismantle Batman's image. The combat, stealth, and gliding mechanics are refined and help elevate the series to new heights. If you're a Batman fan, this game is a must-play. Number 31. Dying Light 2. Everyone knows about the insane popularity of the Dying Light series. It's one of my favorite zombie games, mainly because of the parkour movements and weapons. If you're a fan of post-apocalyptic zombie games and parkour, you should definitely play this game. The cutscenes and open world are some of the best highlights. There's nothing quite like slashing through zombies while performing free-running movements. Dying Light 2 is a must-play for any fan of the genre. Number 30. Red Faction. Red Faction still stands out as one of the best open-world destruction games. It's undeniably fun. Despite lacking in some areas, the ability to destroy things in a way unmatched by other games makes up for any shortcomings. All Red Faction games share similar pros and cons, with the others being linear shooters rather than open-world experiences. Sometimes, I just run around with a sledgehammer, destroying structures in different ways to watch them collapse. Even today, no other game matches this level of destructibility. There might be one game with better destruction, but it lacks combat entirely. Red Faction offers quick gameplay, perfect for those with limited time. It's an open-world game with main and side missions, allowing you to complete them in any order. Often, the objective isn't to kill all enemies, but to create diversions and complete the mission. If you love destruction and its physics, this game is a must-own. It features a decent open world filled with repetitive yet fun activities. Number 29. Subnautica. Subnautica offers a unique kind of open-world experience, catering specifically to fans of the genre. Even if you haven't played it, you've likely seen gameplay footage or heard discussions about it. Set in an oceanic open world, your task is to explore and observe sea life. The game incorporates horror elements, like encountering sharks, but it doesn't rely on jump scares. Instead, it's a peaceful, exploration-focused game. The visuals are stunning, showcasing various ocean species in all their beauty. If you enjoy Subnautica, I also recommend trying Endless Ocean Luminous for an extra dose of immersive, dazzling gameplay. This game is perfect for those who appreciate the serenity and mystery of underwater exploration. Number 28. Fallout 4. Fallout 4 stands out as perhaps the ultimate gaming live-action experience. This game is incredibly fun. Fallout 4 has everything you could want in an RPG: customizable weapons, armor, and even your companion's attire. You'll constantly uncover layers of lore and find yourself in tricky situations that can quickly become deadly. One of the game's highlights is having a pet dog accompany you on your travels. The open world, a mix of vast barren lands and sci-fi elements, is filled with both main and side quests. Fallout 4 offers an immersive experience that keeps you engaged for hours. Trust me, this game is worth purchasing.
Who's out there?
Number 27. Starfield. I know the game has gotten mixed reviews from players, but it's still worth mentioning. Starfield is an action-packed RPG set in space, offering a vast area to explore. If you're into space exploration games, this one will definitely catch your interest. Though be warned, it may not be for everyone. Many reviewers have called the game to be boring, and the performance is terrible. We are looking at only around 50 FPS on 1080p settings with an RTX 4070, which is honestly insane.
Hello, aliens. I can't slide.
Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable.
Okay.
Number 26. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
120.1 for Airbus 320. Notable approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 7,500 feet. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 normal approach continue at altimeter 2.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game that requires a significant time investment and might not be everyone's cup of tea, especially if you don't enjoy simulator games. While it allows you to explore the entire world in real time, making it almost as large as Earth itself, this can be seen as both a pro and a con. The buildings and landscapes are incredibly accurate, offering a realistic experience that can be highly detailed and visually stunning. However, the gameplay can be quite bland and repetitive unless you have a specific interest in flight simulation. For those looking to virtually travel the world on a budget, it does provide a unique and affordable way to see global landmarks from the comfort of your home. If you're up for an accurate and time-consuming simulation experience, this might just be the game for you. Number 25. Rage 2.
We need the whole 3 acts from you. Burning passione.
Rage 2 delivers fast-paced action combat that will undoubtedly get your adrenaline pumping. While the story is fairly straightforward, the open-world environment is stunning, and driving vehicles is incredibly satisfying. This sequel improves on its predecessor in numerous ways, including its overall FPS gameplay, which can rival games like Borderlands 3, as well as its graphics and atmospheric design. One downside is the lack of a multiplayer mode, which could have significantly boosted its reviews and sales. Despite this, and some criticism regarding bugs and glitches, Rage 2 still stands out as a great choice for fans of post-apocalyptic games. If you enjoy dynamic combat and exploring beautifully crafted worlds, give Rage 2 a try. Number 24. No Man's Sky. If you're still stuck on the initial reviews from when No Man's Sky first released, it's time to update your perspective. No Man's Sky is an infinite game, meaning there is no end to its exploration and adventure. This procedurally generated survival game has evolved significantly since its launch. Initially, the game featured a vast but empty open world that struggled to hold players' attention for long. However, over the years, it has transformed remarkably thanks to numerous quality updates, bug patches, and substantial upgrades. Now, No Man's Sky offers a rich and engaging experience, making it worth revisiting or trying for the first time. Number 23. Shadow of the Colossus. Many of you might not have played Shadow of the Colossus, especially since it's only available on PS4. I wish the developers would release a PC port, given the years since its initial release. This game is one of the most remarkable I've ever played. Its standout feature is the storyline, which is both touching and full of emotions. The open world is rather empty, with your primary task being to travel in search of colossal monsters called Colossus. It's not your typical open world filled with details and NPCs. Instead, it offers a more solitary experience. Despite this, I highly recommend Shadow of the Colossus to anyone who owns a PS4 and enjoys open-world story-driven RPG games. Number 22. Watch Dogs. No matter what anyone says, the first Watch Dogs will always be the best in the series. I started the series with the first installment, and even though the second Watch Dogs has better graphics and more mechanics, the original remains a fan favorite. There's just something special about the storyline, the main character, and the hacking mechanics that made it stand out.
Oh yeah, I've seen a hit and run before. Some guy just
The series had so much potential to become the next Grand Theft Auto or Mafia with a touch of sci-fi elements. But unfortunately, I doubt we will get a new Watch Dogs game anytime soon. Number 21. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Some of us have mixed feelings about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, mainly because the open world is massive and often feels repetitive. Initially, the game looks stunning, but the novelty wears off after a few hours. The Viking theme was a major draw for me, as who doesn't love the idea of playing as badass Vikings?
Rags, come, loose and take your place in hell. You choose death?
Despite the beautiful surroundings, I've never been a fan of the direction the Assassin's Creed franchise has taken. There are many players like me who prefer linear gameplay, so turning every new game into an open-world experience feels like a missed opportunity. If only Assassin's Creed Valhalla had been a standalone game rather than part of the Assassin's Creed series, it might have been more enjoyable. Number 20. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Hope it will go even. Can you not see I'm busy with Master Fate right here? If it's charcoal you want, lad, go and talk to my helper.
Finally, after all this time, Kingdom Come Deliverance is getting the appreciation it deserves. This game is set in a medieval period, complete with knights, swords, and armor. Basically, all the classic medieval elements. It's an open-world game that offers plenty of side missions alongside the main storyline, ensuring players always have something to do and never get bored. However, be aware that the visuals and graphics have an old-style charm. The game boasts an interactive story with many fun side quests and activities. If you're looking for a realistic medieval game, this is the best one you'll find. Kingdom Come Deliverance makes you feel like you've stepped back in time to a historic period, not a fantasy land. Number 19. Rise of the Ronin. This game is perfect for those who have played all the major titles and want to experience the life of a Ronin in a Japanese environment. The narrative is a gripping blend of historical intrigue and thrilling action. You witness the clash between tradition and a rapidly modernizing Japan, all while forging your own destiny. The characters are richly developed, each with their own motivations and ideals, making the world feel alive. But where Rise of the Ronin truly shines is in its combat. It's a brutal ballet of steel, demanding strategic thinking and lightning-fast reflexes. The open-world design allows you to approach situations creatively, whether it's a head-on assault or a stealthy takedown. The game masterfully captures the lethality of a samurai's blade, making every swing feel impactful. Number 18. Shadow of Mordor. Let's delve into the darker, more brutal side of RPGs. The Middle-earth series masterfully combines various gaming elements. It's baffling that when lesser-known games like this one get everything right, they rarely get more sequels. Shadow of Mordor and its sequel Shadow of War provide vast open worlds filled with content. Unlike linear games, you're free to explore and engage with the environment. The game relies heavily on Batman-style combat, where multiple enemies attack simultaneously, rather than focusing on one-on-one battles. This unique approach sets it apart and makes it a standout in the RPG genre. Number 17. Palworld. I can't emphasize enough how much I love Palworld. It's one of my favorite games because it evokes a similar feeling to Pokemon. Just imagine that the pals are Pokemon and you're all set. This survival adventure game tasks you with creating your own base and catching various creatures. I played this game solo and thoroughly enjoyed upgrading my base and capturing all the creatures in the expansive open world. If there's one game from this list that I highly recommend, it's Palworld. The open world is mesmerizing, featuring diverse landscapes such as mountains, volcanoes, deserts, and forests. It's an adventure that will keep you hooked for hours. Number 16. Sea of Thieves. At this point, it feels almost redundant to talk about Sea of Thieves, because it seems like everyone has played it. Sea of Thieves stands out as one of the best pirate games since Black Flag. Despite the setbacks of Skull and Bones, Sea of Thieves remains a gem, especially with its multiplayer mode. You can also enjoy the solo campaign, which offers a solid experience, but the true magic happens in multiplayer. The thrill of sharing a pirate-themed open world with other players is unparalleled. Additionally, the game recently received a PS5 upgrade, making it the perfect time to dive back in. Whether you're new to the game or a returning player, Sea of Thieves promises a swashbuckling adventure like no other. Number 15. Death Stranding. This game is definitely a controversial one, with players holding mixed reviews. However, Death Stranding becomes truly captivating after the first few hours. The prologue is lengthy and slow-paced, which might have caused some players to quit early on. But if you manage to push through, the game offers an all-out immersive experience. The storyline and open world are highly engaging, drawing you deeper into its unique setting. Let's hope the sequel brings even more advanced elements. I remember the hype when the first trailer was released, and the developers nailed it perfectly. Death Stranding is a must-play for every sci-fi RPG fan. Number 14. Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World, along with its Iceborne expansion, is a standout RPG centered on exploration and battling various creatures. It's one of those games that shines when you travel with your party members, much like Final Fantasy XV and Dragon's Dogma. It also brings to mind elements of Dragon Age Inquisition. The game doesn't heavily focus on a storyline. Instead, your main objective is to explore the expansive open world and hunt as many creatures as possible. With a new sequel on the horizon next year, now is the perfect time to dive into Monster Hunter World or its prequels. Whether you're a veteran or new to the series, this game offers an exhilarating experience that's not to be missed. Number 13. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 hardly needs an introduction. Its detailed map and endless possibilities keep players engaged for months, whether through mods or random activities. While the story is compelling, the gameplay is where GTA 5 truly shines. The vast open world offers limitless opportunities for mayhem and exploration. I'd love to hear in the comments if you plan on buying GTA 6 on day one release. GTA series has always been built for long-term play, and Rockstar consistently delivers with their sequels. Number 12. Prototype. Prototype is an incredibly underrated game that many might not be familiar with. I have fond memories of playing this on my old PC. While there are 2 installments, the original stands out as the best. The sequel's change in protagonist and storyline didn't quite hit the mark for me. Alex Mercer, the main character of the first game, remains an iconic figure in the series. Prototype offers an expansive open world filled with opportunities for destruction and exploration. You play as a character with extraordinary powers, capable of causing chaos, taking down helicopters, and smashing tanks. The game's unique abilities, like transforming your hand into blades, whips, and hammers, are unparalleled. If you haven't experienced Prototype yet, it's definitely worth a play. Number 11. Infamous Second Son. The powers in this game are unlike anything I've seen before. For me, it rivals the Spider-Man series in terms of open-world gameplay and superhuman abilities. Infamous is a must-play if you love parkour and free-running combined with some of the coolest powers in video game history. In this game, your main goal is to run around and have fun with your powers while pulling off impressive parkour moves. Your choices play a significant role, determining whether you have good karma or bad karma. These choices influence cutscenes, missions, and gameplay mechanics. Infamous Second Son is fantastic for those in the mood for free roaming with awe-inspiring powers.
Woo! You don't like it when I shoot the screen, do you? Was that your home? Is that where you hang your halos at night?
That's it! Keep shooting the screen! I think it's really putting the hurt on him!
Number 10. Elden Ring. It's always a challenge to pick the best from software game, but Elden Ring stands out by combining everything the studio is known for and making it even better. This game is a complete package, featuring stunning visuals, an atmospheric soundtrack, impressive graphics, an expansive open world, and challenging enemies. Many players continue to explore Elden Ring even after completing the main story, eagerly awaiting the upcoming DLC. Unlike other games, Elden Ring is a great choice for those new to From Software titles. It offers a perfect blend of high difficulty, immersive graphics, and amazing boss designs, making it one of the best games in its genre.
Elden Ring is set here, in the lands between.
Number 9. Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 is a game that is so many different things that it's hard to pinpoint its greatest strength. A game of many faces and opportunities for enjoyment. Virtually every aspect of the game is well executed. For me, this game is about flying fists and fits of laughter. That's where it strikes a chord with me. The world of Yakuza 0 is incredibly dense, so expect a 50 to almost 150 hours of gameplay at bare minimum. At times it can be brutal and compassionate, serious and silly. Whatever it is, it's hilarious and soulful with much wisdom contained in its proverbial arsenal without ever taking itself or its message too seriously. The main storyline is very intense in its sense of gravitas and maintains a sense of focus, while minigames and side quests generally provide a bit of counterpoint in the form of levity. It's a contrast that works. If things get too intense, just help a few people with side missions. Who knows? You may see a few familiar faces. Number 8. Nier Automata. Nier Automata is a standout in the Nier series, beloved for its stunning protagonist and well-crafted storyline. This game has even inspired an anime, highlighting its popularity. Beyond the massive post-apocalyptic sci-fi open world, Nier Automata excels in offering different playstyles, not just a third-person perspective. If you've enjoyed Automata, I recommend checking out Nier Replicant as well. With its immersive world, engaging gameplay, and phenomenal soundtracks, Nier Automata is a must-play. The music alone is a banger, making the entire experience even more unforgettable. Number 7. Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Elder Scrolls Skyrim is a gem for true RPG fans. Often considered the foundation of modern RPG games, Bethesda truly went all out with this one. It's clear they knew Skyrim would be timeless, played and loved even a decade later. PC users, in particular, can enhance their experience with various mods, making the game even more engaging. While some might argue that Oblivion is better, Skyrim holds a special place as my introduction to the series. If it had graphics on par with Witcher 3, it might have been hailed as the greatest fantasy RPG of all time. The urge to stray from the main story and explore the vast open world is a testament to its immersive design.
I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Number 6. Horizon Zero Dawn. If you're looking for a stunning open world with breathtaking visuals and a touch of sci-fi, Horizon Zero Dawn is your go-to game. Even if futuristic sci-fi isn't your usual genre, this game blends its elements so well that it feels like a fantasy adventure. The main story is compelling, gradually revealing itself as you progress without major plot twists, which makes for a satisfying narrative experience. Completing Horizon Zero Dawn, especially with the DLC, will take a significant amount of time. Its attention to detail rivals games like Red Dead 2. If you enjoy this, you might also want to check out its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. Number 5. Far Cry 3. Choosing the best Far Cry game is tough, but Far Cry 3 stands out as the top choice for many fans. The second part also deserves appreciation, but the third installment offers a fantastic combination of a decent open world, diverse creatures, and plenty of fun activities like driving. What makes FC3 truly exceptional is its intense storyline and the transformation of its protagonist Jason. By the end of the game, Jason becomes a completely different person from who he was at the start. This game is a must-play for every hardcore fan of the series, thanks to its captivating narrative and coolest main character. Number 4. Red Dead Redemption 2. I know that everyone seems to overhype RDR 2, but the praise is well deserved. This Rockstar gem is mind-blowing. I never expected a game to make me feel so connected and emotional, but Red Dead 2 shattered those expectations. By the end of the game, you'll deeply miss the characters and the moments you shared with them. It's a one-time experience where you can't relive the same moments, even in a second playthrough. Riding with the gang were some of my favorite memories. Beyond the gripping story, Red Dead 2 offers an insane amount of detailed content and stunning visuals. This game is a masterpiece in every sense.
What the hell do you want from me? I already told you to...
Number 3. Sleeping Dogs. One of the most forgotten and underrated games of all time, Sleeping Dogs had immense potential. Sleeping Dogs is perfect in every detail, and I consider it even better than some of the Grand Theft Auto games. The main character is awesome, and the customization options are impressive for a game released in 2012. Without spoiling anything, the story is really good and worth experiencing. The game offers a variety of killing moves and environmental traps, allowing you to eliminate enemies however you like. It's essentially an open-world version of Sifu combat. Despite being a decade old, the game's graphics and details still hold up well. The highlights are the parkour, free running, and martial arts, making Sleeping Dogs an unforgettable experience. Trust me, when you play the game, you won't feel like it's from 2012. Number 2. Witcher 3. The story is incredible, and every other feature complements it, making the gaming experience intense. Witcher 3 connects players to its open world and immerse players in them. The number of side quests in this game is insane. Both the side quests and main missions require interaction with NPCs and exploring various areas, which makes you feel more in tune with the open world. The Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine DLCs also deserve a lot of appreciation. Witcher 3 will always be considered one of the top RPGs of all time. Number 1. Ghost of Tsushima, the perfect game that has everything. Whenever someone mentions the ultimate samurai game, Ghost of Tsushima will surely come to mind. There will never be an open-world samurai experience quite like Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima delivered everything fans could hope for in an open-world ninja-style game. Sucker Punch absolutely nailed it. The storyline and visuals are my favorite aspects of this game, and the open world is stunningly beautiful. Alright, this concludes the list of 52 legendary open-world games that everyone needs to play. Regardless of your favorite genre, these games offer a variety of open worlds, including sci-fi, fantasy, historical, and more. Dive into any of these games and have the time of your life. If I missed any of your favorite games, comment down below and I'll make a video about them. If you've made it this far, please subscribe as I'm close to reaching 8,000 subscribers. Click that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.